What's up, you guys? What's up? Alright, so now we're gonna cover Nasdaq and SPX. Alright, so yesterday this was area to pay attention to the Nasdaq and SPX. And this area, these three areas right here. Alright, so I said that they're time to pay attention to because we have data coming out as early as, let me check. We have data as early as 5:15. Then that was 1.1. 5:15 and 5:30, and I didn't think about this. So look, you have 5:15, 5:30 coming up with important data. After that, it's only 7 with important data. So if the 5:15 and 5:30 was good news, then that meant that at 7 the market would take that. And use that for their own good, or of course, and end up blowing up once the market opens. Because since that was the only data before 6:30, and after 6:30 the next data it's still 7, and 7 was gonna be your last data before we go to 11. Yeah. So the time to pay attention was gonna be, let's say, 11:45 till 30. I said that if we maintain this area right here by 11:45 till 30 and held it, then we should be getting here by 1 and either close here at 2, or and I'm closing above it, and then from there, who knows, because it was gonna be a whole new world and you had no resistance, so it's a whole new all-time high. So you can't say it's gonna stop right here or it's gonna stop right here because it's daily or weekly or monthly or whatever, whatnot. And I said if it's not, what it's going to do is it's gonna do what it's gonna bullshit in this area right here. So notice how here it tried here to go up at the time that I said, it went back down, and then I said it's either gonna do that, it's gonna come down here, it's acting like it's gonna start going down too, and then at 2 o'clock go up again or something like that. It's here 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and see, that's what I'm talking about, where it goes up, it close. Notice how it doesn't really close inside strong. It barely closes, so I wouldn't like that either. I would pay attention to the next, especially they did the move at 1 o'clock. Normally when it does that move, it's normally a fake out or it's tends to reverse, especially during time like this where you don't really know what's happening or how the data is going to be, because you're in an all-time high region, and you really need a push to push that market up to that new region. It's not gonna go out throughout the night and just keep going because the market's thinking it's gonna be good data and whatnot. So anyway, the fact that it goes stays here too, but then your 15-minute candles, you see that was weak. You wanted something like this. Not something like this at 2, especially for a 2 hour candle to shoot on up just like that. Anyways, 2:15. 2:40 still in the same area, all red flags. 3 o'clock, all red flags. So from there it's gonna go on down, and again, if it goes down, pay attention to 3 or 4 in the morning, especially because we have important data coming out as early as 5:30. So it starts going down. 5:15, but notice that it wasn't bad. If it was bad, it would have been more. It would have been this. You would have seen that type of candle going down and staying in this region right here. The fact that after the data came out 5:15, and then you had the other data at, what's it, at 5:45? 5:30. So you have both of these data coming at 5:30, and all the hit that you got was just this. That was still bullish. This is still bullish. the fact that data came out and just did this, it stayed inside this box and didn't drop all the way down just here. Nah. So here we have, and once the market opens, your 6:30, that would have been your sign to get ready for a buy. And then your last one is gonna be at 7 o'clock. So notice this pattern right here. Well, I think this one right here, this box right here, is because there's a pattern right here. Watch. See how that looks? That normally looks like a box, and by a box I mean this right here. You see how tight they were? Green, red, green. So when this normally happens, you have your supports, showing you your support. I mean your support. You have your one candle showing you your resistance at. You box it up because once this candle, that's the last one to really confirm where it's going up or down. To complete this box, it's gonna eventually end up going down throughout the night. But eventually, when the good news is gonna come, it's gonna come and complete it and do this. So you box it up, and you have your 6. Like I said, this would have completed that box. You would have gone in because that box is complete. And then you had your 7 o'clock after that. 7 o'clock comes, light work. That ain't nothing. The withdrawal, the fact that it came to this area here, go for a buy. Because if it was really going down, it would have gone through this and be down here in green. Not fucking looking like this in 15-minute candle. 7:45, remember, between 7:45 and 8:30, that's the area where you then want to go in again for your buy or sell. And there you have it, folks. Then the homie went in, and I told him, hey, remember that we close at 10, so the market tends to start pausing a little bit or slowing down once we get closer to the end of a forward candle, especially if we're having data at 11 o'clock. Is of the uncertainty, it's gonna start withdrawing a little bit, or not pushing on strong, or just keep hitting some area but just keep getting pushed or whatnot. What I didn't think or know about it is that the market was closing literally at 12 o'clock. And I thought that the FOM meetings will give it a little extra push, but it didn't actually. It just confirmed maybe to what the Powell said yesterday, so the market didn't really react to it. And you literally have 1 hour after the data came out. And then from there, I want to see if it was going to open today or not, because tomorrow we're closed. So since tomorrow we're closed, I don't know what time. I don't know if it's 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. But if anything, it's going to give it one push and try one more time. And if anything, it's going to come back down and close somewhere in this region. It's still going to close high, you guys. We don't have no data. There's nothing really to move that's going to move the market or stupid, ridiculous up or down. So it's normally going to end up closing this day. And the worst that I see, maybe coming down and closing this region right here for the day. But there's something really for the Nasdaq or SPX too. They're both doing the same thing. They're both mimicking each other. They did the same moves. 4 o'clock, 5, still in this area. But SPX gave it to you more clear. You see how SPX, when it came down, actually they both did the same thing. They both came down to the same area where it started from, and then shot up again. All this was foolish as F. All this was saying, hey, get ready to make a fucking good buy area here, especially 7:30 area and whatnot. But yeah, that's all. You don't got nothing tomorrow, so that's about it, you guys. We will then we have important data on Friday. So if anything, you want to check how the market opens tomorrow, because you're gonna close and open at 3, sometimes close and open at 3, or it's gonna open at some weird time. But it's definitely gonna be open tomorrow night. So tomorrow night is when you want to get ready, but because the market is gonna set up for a move, it's either gonna do a withdrawal, and it has to do a withdrawal during the night, You wait for the 3 or 4 in the morning. You go for a buy in that area because the Fed already talked. The FOM meeting already talked. And as you can see, it was good news because the market sustained. You didn't have no crazy scare candle where fucking just shut down, but they're recovering. None of that shit. So that's all, you guys. That's all, folks.